Large-scale aircraft modelling is entering one of the most exciting periods we've seen in years. Several manufacturers are producing brand new toolkits of aircraft that have never been properly represented at this scale before. These aren't just new kits. These are aircraft that played major roles in aviation history, and bringing them into large-scale injection moulded form is a big moment, both for modellers and for the manufacturers themselves. So today, we're looking at the biggest and most important new large-scale aircraft kits currently announced and in development. Hello and welcome to Man's Model Moments. We'll begin with the Italeri Macchi MC202 Folgore, one of the most elegant fighters of the Second World War, and an aircraft that represented a turning point for Italian aviation. The Folgore introduced modern inline engine performance to the Regia Aeronautica, allowing it to compete far more effectively against Allied aircraft in the Mediterranean theatre. Despite its importance, it's never really had a truly modern, state-of-the-art tooling in 1/48 scale. That's why this new Italeri release is significant. For modellers, it means finally having an accurate and highly detailed representation of this very historically important aircraft, and for Italeri themselves, producing the Folgore reinforces their position as the leading manufacturer of Italian aviation subjects, something that is very much part of their identity as a company. The SM79 Sparviero is one of the most recognisable and distinctive aircraft of the Second World War. Its tri-motor configuration made it instantly identifiable, and it became one of the most effective torpedo bombers of the conflict. It played a critical role in naval operations across the Mediterranean, and its operational success made it one of Italy's most important combat aircraft. Bringing this aircraft into modern large-scale kit form is hugely important because its size, shape and complexity make it particularly impressive when properly represented. For Italeri, there's also a statement of intent, continuing to invest in large, historically significant aircraft that reinforce their position as a major aircraft kit manufacturer. One of the most important developments in large-scale aircraft modelling right now is Eduard's expansion into 1/32nd scale hybrid kits. The first of which here is the Fw190 FW190 A8. Fw190 was one of the most effective fighter aircraft of the Second World War, and the A8 variant formed the backbone of Germany's fighter force during the later stages of the conflict. But what makes this particular release especially significant is Eduard's hybrid kit approach. By combining high-precision injection moulded parts with integrated resin that you can glue and photo-etch components, Eduard is effectively bringing premium aftermarket level detail directly into the base kit. In 1/32nd scale, this allows cockpit detail, engine structure and surface textures to be represented appropriately at a level that was previously much harder to achieve in a single package. For Eduard, this marks a major strategic step, positioning them firmly within the high-end, large-scale aircraft market and demonstrating their ability to compete directly with the most advanced manufacturers in the world. Eduard's 1/32nd P-51B Mustang holds on to that same hybrid philosophy and represents one of the most important Mustang kits ever produced in large scale. The P-51B played a decisive role in the air war over Europe, providing long-range escort capability that allowed Allied bombers to operate deep into German territory, and its introduction helped shift the balance of air superiority in the war. In 1/32nd scale, again, the Mustang's cockpit layout, laminar flow wing and structural detail can all be fully appreciated in a way that smaller scales simply can't match. Eduard's hybrid approach allows them to capture these details with exceptional precision, integrating resin in an easy way and also adding photo etch components directly into the kit itself. For Eduard, this isn't just another aircraft release, it really represents a clear evolution in their engineering capability, expanding their reach into large-scale aircraft and reinforcing their position as one of the most influential aircraft kit manufacturers in the industry today. MiniArt's entry into aircraft modelling with the P-47 is being followed up with their Fw190D9. The Door represented the ultimate evolution of the Fw190 design before transitioning to the TA152, and it combined speed, firepower and performance in one package. MiniArt's engineering standards are extremely high, and this release in both basic and advanced form demonstrates their intention to become a serious aircraft kit manufacturer. The Hawker Hurricane is one of the most important fighter aircraft ever built, and yet it has often lived in the shadow of the Spitfire. During the Battle of Britain, the Hurricane was actually responsible for destroying the majority of German bombers, making it arguably the RAF's most important fighter during that critical period. Its rugged construction, stability and effectiveness made it ideally suited to combat operations, and it continued to serve throughout the war in multiple roles and theatres. For Kotare to bring the Hurricane into its modern 1/32nd scale form is pretty important because of its significance, and the things like the fabric covered surfaces will make it especially well suited to Kotare's high detail representation. Now, Kotare producing the Hurricane Mark I is significant not just because of the aircraft itself, but because Kotare already has an established reputation for exceptional engineering and accuracy. This release just carries on to reinforce their position as one of the leading large-scale aircraft kit manufacturers out there, and gives modellers what may well become the definitive Hurricane in this scale. Now, as we move further into large-scale RAF subjects, one of the most exciting developments comes from DBMK, with their 1/32nd de Havilland Hornet F3. The Hornet represents the absolute peak of piston engine fighter development, combining exceptional speed, range and performance in a remarkably elegant airframe, and personally I think it's one of the prettiest aircraft ever made. Entering service just after the Second World War, it became one of the RAF's most capable long-range fighters, particularly in operations in the Far East. Despite its importance, it has never previously received a modern injection-moulded kit in this scale, which makes this release really significant. In 1/32nd scale, the Hornet's sleek twin-engine configuration and fine structural detail can properly be appreciated. For DBMK, producing the Hornet demonstrates their ambition as a manufacturer, showing that they are willing to tackle complex and historically important aircraft that have long been neglected. Much like the Hornet, the Hawker Sea Fury represents the final evolution of piston engine fighter design within the Royal Navy, and it's one of the most powerful piston fighters ever built. Again, entering service shortly after the Second World War, it became one of the Fleet Air Arm's most important aircraft, and famously achieved one of the last piston engine victories over a jet aircraft during the Korean War. Its powerful Centaurus radial engine and clean aerodynamic design gave it exceptional performance. And in 1/32nd scale, aircraft like the Sea Fury really come to life, allowing that engine, the cockpit layout and its structural complexity to be represented in full detail. For DBMK, producing the Sea Fury is a major milestone, establishing them as a serious manufacturer within the large-scale aircraft market and reinforcing their focus on historically important British aircraft, something that aligns particularly strongly with modellers interested in RAF and Fleet Air Arms subjects. And now we're moving into what are arguably the two most important British aircraft kit releases of recent years. The Sea King is one of the most recognisable and important helicopters ever operated by the Royal Navy and RAF. It served in multiple roles, including anti-submarine warfare, search and rescue, and transport. Its long service life and wide operational use make it a hugely important aircraft, and Airfix producing a modern, large-scale kit of the Sea King HAR version reinforces their position as the leading manufacturer of British Cold War aircraft subjects. And finally, the Airfix Phantom FG1, one of the most anticipated aircraft kits ever produced in this scale. The Spey-powered Phantom was uniquely British, and its service with the Royal Navy and RAF made it one of the most iconic aircraft of the Cold War on these shores. Producing this aircraft in a modern, large-scale form is hugely significant for Airfix, and it really represents a flagship release. For modelers, it finally delivers a definitive kit of one of Britain's most important jet aircraft in this most popular of scales. All of these kits represent a major step forward for large-scale aircraft modelling. They bring historically important aircraft into modern kit form with a level of accuracy and detail that modellers expect today. Let me know which of these you're most looking forward to, and if you'd like to stay up to date with the latest developments in scale modelling, don't forget to subscribe to Man's Model Moments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.